Hi everyone, I'm Danielle and this is my first ever YouTube video, so please be kind. So yeah, you obviously know what it's going to be about. Not the bestest friggin' subjects to talk about, but it's life, isn't it? So yeah, I just wanted to do this because I wanted to do it for myself to see how far I've come, and if it can help anyone else, then yeah, it's like I'm a nail technician from Liverpool, and I just done a little tiny video, just quick and easy, just inform my clients, tell them what was going on, and yeah, didn't really go into it, and I just got loads of messages off people just saying like how to get diagnosed, and just loads of people asking me questions, and I got a lot of people saying like it was really helpful for them. And I actually do speak to someone at the minute that's going through the same thing as me, but like a little bit further behind with their chemotherapy and stuff. So yeah, it's just if I can just, with me talking and helping someone else, then like I may as well, mightn't I? So I'm gonna go back to the start where it all began. Yeah, so we went on lockdown, didn't we, in about March, like late March 20th or something like that. It was actually my birthday that weekend and I couldn't go out. So I'm gonna have a little 29 do over next year, I think, instead of my 30th. Yeah. So I was working and I started getting a feeling in my throat, like there's something stuck in your throat. And I remember training one day and I was like, every time I'd bend down I felt like I couldn't breathe a bit. So, but obviously with like COVID and everything going on, I was a bit like, I don't really want to tell anyone and stuff. And then I started getting a lump on my neck, and I didn't really think much of it because like it's like your glands there, lymph nodes, all that kind of stuff. So I thought, so I googled it. I did, as you do. Probably not the best thing to do, but you know. So I done that, and it was like swollen glands, wait 3 weeks. No, as I think I said 3 weeks. Just said wait a few weeks. If it doesn't go down, obviously contact your doctor. So it kind of started. The lump didn't go bigger, but around it I was getting more swelling. I was forming more lumps. So I think it must have been about April this time, and I rang my doctors and they asked for a video chat. Yeah, but it's like hard, isn't it, trying to have a video chat and show someone that a lump that like it's better to feel, isn't it? So yeah, and then she said go and get bloods done. So I got my bloods done, and then like probably a week or two got them back, but she'd already booked me an appointment with an ENT specialist in my local hospital. So I got my blood results back. Doctors phoned me, my GP said, looks like that I've got a virus. No, virus. No, I didn't have COVID. An infection. Have some antibiotics. So I'm just thinking infection, must be just swollen glands. So I took the antibiotics, and they made me worse, to be honest, than better. Yeah, I was feeling at the time where like I had the lump and stuff like that, like obviously we were on lockdown, So there was nothing to do but like eat, drink. I was eating alright, but I was just always tired. Didn't have no energy and stuff like that. Dead lethargic. Yeah, I'd have like, it was quite nice, we had quite nice weather, and that's like, for Liverpool, it's like uncommon. So, yeah, and I'd have like one drink or something, I'd go, oh no, I need to go to bed, feeling knackered. So anyways, so I had the antibiotics, didn't work, so I had an appointment with the ENT specialist, so I had a phone call appointment, and he said, no, what, I'd rather you just come in the hospital, give you an ultrasound, camera up your nose and down your throat, see what's going on, and we'll take it from there. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I had to go to the appointment by myself, obviously, because the COVID and everything that was going on. So, done that, and when I was there, he was like, you know what, I'd rather do a biopsy on you. Didn't really know what a biopsy was. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I got a biopsy. Wasn't the nicest experience. Sorry if you need to ever get a biopsy done. I think it was just because it was in my neck. It's like you can't feel nothing, but when like you can feel a bit of pulling. Yeah, not really nice when it's like there. So yeah, so I got that done, got an ultrasound, got the camera on my nose, down my throat. Yeah, and then I was waiting for the results to come back. Yeah, I was in hospital all day getting that done, so that was quite overwhelming for me, because obviously I didn't realise that I was getting all that done. So I was like, I think I got in the car and I was like crying a bit, just because it was like, I'm personally a quite healthy and fit person. Like, never stayed in hospital before, never broke a bone, touch wood, stuff like that. So yeah, it was a bit overwhelming for me. So I think it was like 2 weeks later, got a call from the ENT specialist, and he informed me that I had lymphoma. So yeah, he said it very blasé. He just said, oh yeah, I got those test results back. You've got non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you can have some medication and it's going to sort you out. There might be something wrong with your thyroid as well, but we'll review that in 6 months' time. So literally that's how he said it. So I thought, I was like, doing another little course of antibiotics and this lymphoma was gonna go. No, I was wrong. So I was like, oh, I knew what, like, when I think back now, I was like that, oh fab, yeah. Yeah, I said, oh fab, yeah, great. Just been told I had cancer, but he never said you've got cancer, so yeah, I didn't know. So Kenny was in the bathroom, he was in the bath, that's my partner, and I told him, and he's got this in the family. So he was like, Dan, it's cancer. And I was like, no, it's not. And we were like, And he was like, Google it. And then he was like, but ring the doctor back. Good old Google it. Friggin' always telling people that they've got friggin' cancer. So yeah, so I rang the doctor back, and I had to ask him, and he said yeah. Didn't really want to tell me over the phone, but he didn't want me to go in the hospital to tell him, because like obviously I'm high risk at this point. So that was pretty shitty on his behalf, because it was probably a few hours later until I got my actual cancer doctor rang me and like give me the ins and outs of the disease and stuff like that. So yeah, so then I had to obviously tell my family, and I had to tell them through I told my sister, I FaceTimed her. I did go to my dad's because obviously like I was just crying then, and I just like, I need to see my dad. Text my brother, he was in friggin' Saudi Arabia, and you know, telling family members over phone that, that was like shitty. And like at that point I didn't think, I was in shock and I didn't really understand, and I couldn't say it out loud. Like, it's been a good few months right now, so I don't know, I don't really say it. I don't really say to people I have cancer. Like, I'll just say like I'm unwell, because it's like, it's hard to say out loud, like, because I don't know if the back of your head you don't really ever believe that it's true, and and it's a shitty word, isn't it? It's like my family got so upset, and obviously you do, but you relate cancer to the worst of worst, don't you? And the cancer I've got it's a good cancer. I know that sounds like absolutely stupid to say, but it's curable, and it's curable quite quick in my case. So I'm lucky, to be fair. So, and that's what I kept on saying to everyone. I was like, you know, if I rang you and said I've got an infection and I'm going to be on medication for 6 months, you'd be like, okay, yeah. But because I've said that word, immediately you think that I'm going to die, and I'm not. Do you know what I mean? It's like, scares people, doesn't it? So but like, I think I was okay at first when I got the news. Like, the first day, I was like reassuring everyone else. I was like, I'm fine, like, you should be fine, kind of thing. And then I woke up the next day and I had like loads of phone calls with like my doctors and stuff like that, and he was going over plan of action and stuff like that. And then I think that the shock had worn off, and I remember, I don't even know where we were driving to, but I was in the car and I couldn't stop crying. And I think like I couldn't stop crying for like 2 days straight. It's an overwhelming thing. Like, do you know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to be 29 and be ballsy. Do you know what I mean? So and then obviously because of my age, my doctor was like, would you like to go through the fertility sides? And obviously I'm gonna say yeah, aren't I? Because me and Kenny was planning for a baby soon, and like it can take your fertility away from you, but it's not unheard. Like, I've got a friend that's had this twice, and she's got 2 young girls. I've had loads of messages off people saying like they've had it like in their teens, and they've had kids naturally and stuff. So like, but I would have kicked myself if next year I started trying and I couldn't and I hadn't done it. So I went down that route before I had to go down my plan of chemotherapy and stuff like that. So like going through the fertility sides of it, and like a lot of people were asking like, when's chemo, what I'm gonna do, what's my plan and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't know, because I hadn't spoke to anyone. I hadn't been to hospital, and I didn't know what was going on. And I think that was like the hardest bit, because obviously they don't want me to go into hospital because for like willy-nilly appointments, just to like have a little chit chat, but then they don't want to go over such important things that are going to affect my life over the phone. So it was like, I felt like I was in the dark and I was in denial kind of for a lot of it, because I got diagnosed in May, and we didn't come out of lockdown till like, what, July was it? So yeah, so it was, so I was going down the facility side of it, getting my eggs collected, and obviously because I weren't planning for this to happen, I hadn't researched into having IVF or egg collection or anything like that, so I was so out of the know with it, and obviously they had to rush me along because they wanted to start my chemotherapy and get me better. So like I was told on the Tuesday that I wasn't well, and then I think a few days later I was on hormones injections. So yeah, that it was crazy, and obviously I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I still didn't, like, I was just going through a lot at the time, and I didn't know what was going on, and it was pretty hard, the facility side of it. I think it was mentally hard more than physically. It wasn't nice. I had to inject myself quite a lot, because my hormones were very low, because obviously I was still contraception, stuff like that. So yeah, it was like crazy, like trying to deal with everything that was going on, and then bam, like friggin' here's a load of hormones to add to the mix. Oh my god, poor Kenny must have got it for like that 2 weeks. I just like, I'd be crying over anything. I was like, friggin' if me drink weren't cold enough, I would cry. So yeah, it was like friggin' hard work. And then same again, I had to go through all of my appointments by myself. Like, I'm a big girl, I can do this, do you know what I mean? But like, knowing you just want someone there, don't you? Like, yeah, like, I had to, like, the egg collection takes like 20 minutes to do. It's quite easy procedure, but it's still like a little mini operation, and I had to like woke up by myself and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like weren't the nicest thing, but you know, it's just one of them, and it went well. I've got like my little embryos, my little eggs all saved up in case I ever need to use them. So it's that's nice. It's nice to think that I've got them if I do need them. I'm quite up and down with, like, I still get quite upset about it, because obviously like I did want a baby quite soon, and like I don't know if I'm a bit scared now, or yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Like, I think I get more upset about that than I do about being not well, like, but you know what, like I said, it's a lot of people that I know, like I've been pregnant naturally with this, so I can't think about what you go to, it's just natural, isn't it? But yeah, that was, so I went to the women's hospital in Liverpool and they were absolutely lovely. Yeah, so we are lucky to have that on our doorstep, to be honest. Yeah, so that went, so I've done that. That's all done and dusted now. I reckon I've got my X-ray for 50 years. Like, that's unreal. So yeah, and then obviously I went and seen my doctor, and then we discussed the plan of action about the chemotherapy. So yeah, so I'm just going through that at the minute. Obviously you can tell with the hair, I decided to cut all that off. Well, I'll show you there's a little video if you do follow me on Instagram. I've kind of shaved my head like 2 weeks ago, but I'm not like fully bald yet. So, oh my god, like the hair that I've still got there, like it's grown quite quick. So I need to like shave it again, but like it gets itchy. It'll get itchy. So yeah, I think, how long am I into chemo now? Like 4 months in. Yeah, 4 months in. And yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm doing alright. But yeah, I don't want to go too much into that now, because I like absolutely bore you to death probably. So I think I'm gonna do another little video and then just tell you about like what my experience was. Like I said, I'm talking to someone at the minute that's has got the same as me, and he's going through the same chemotherapy and stuff like that, but he's behind on his than me. So, and like I keep on saying, like everyone's different. Everyone reacts different from it. I'm like, I get sick very easy of like a hangover and stuff like that. So yeah, so everyone is different. Yeah, so I like, and that's the thing that I didn't ask me, is like, do I go into it like what I'm proper going through, or I don't want to scare people, but then like when I've been like, is this normal? Like it just, cause is this normal for this to happen and stuff like that? And then like if I've watched videos of like girls and stuff that are going through it and they're like, oh, and you know, my fingernails killing me and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, so that is like a side effect. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, as I said, everyone's different. I'm not a doctor, don't know the ins and outs of things, but as I said, if it can help someone else that is going through it, then yeah, why not share it? So I'll leave it for that for now. I hope I haven't bored everyone too much. As I said, I know it's a bit of a grim subject to do, but yeah, if I can help anyone anyway, anyone wants to message me on this or on Instagram, it's Danielle O'Leary Nails, they can do. Yeah, I'm up for a little chat about anything. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. And I will be making a few little ones just about whatever. I will try and do a few nail videos. Yeah, see if flows about my little dog. She gets involved sometimes when she's being good, But yeah, hope everyone is doing well and I shall see you soon.